All right, should we play a little Regent here? I'm on Ascension 5 at the moment. I've been working my way up all the different characters, but let's play a little Regent. All right, so we can upgrade a card, obtain a random relic, or receive greed. I do like money. Upgrading cards not bad. Upgrading Venerate is pretty solid. Random relic could be good. It's sort of, if you get a couple of good relics early, you can build around them. If we go greed, that gives us 2 dead draws. Because we start with Ascender's Bane, which we want to get rid of at the shop if we can. This is ethereal. Oh, this is eternal. Okay. So I can't remove this. But it is ethereal, which is nice. We pick up greed, that's eternal as well. That's probably not the play then. So it's between upgrading Venerate and picking up a random relic. I'm going to take a random relic here. Let's see what we get. Vajra. Start each combat with 1 strength. Okay. So that helps out our strikes and our falling star. It's a decent opener. Let's take a look at the map here. We'll be facing off against the Soulfish. So he is going to be giving us those nasty status cards. We'll have to keep that in mind. If we can pick up something with exhaust on it, that'll be helpful. The Regent has a couple good ones. Turns cards into minions. So that's worth looking in. There's our first shop. Let's look at rests here. Second shop there. We've got a path with 3 fires on the right. Would require 2 elite fights. We've got potentially a path with 3 fires through the middle to this other shop, this later shop. Because you don't really want to go 1, 2. You're not going to have any money here. So we could potentially grab this and this with these fires. And then if we're down here, we could maybe pick up this. We could come along this path and pick up this. That's an interesting path, right? Go there, there. So we pick up 1 shop, 3 events early, a fire, 2 more events. It's actually pretty low on regular fights, which means our card rewards are going to be limited. But I like this path. Let's see what we pick up going this way. We can always adjust later if we need to. Okay, we got the slugs. If we kill one, the other one gets stunned. Our Vajra is coming in handy here. I think this is going to do it for us. So you've got 25. If I do this, we get 9 plus 9. Right, 9. Weaken vulnerable. So 9 plus 10 plus 10? Yeah, that's more than enough. All right. We can even put some damage into this one. That early Vajra here is going to make this first fight super simple. So we pick up Ascender's Bane, which means we get rid of it. Let's Venerate and turn. We got Frailed, but he's only got 18 hit points. And we pick up the combo we need. Easy. Okay, good first fight. A colorless potion. Free to play this turn. Interesting. I don't know the colorless cards as well as I should. In fact, why don't we take a quick look at the compendium here? So if we go to colorless cards. Free cards, I'm more interested in like the high value ones. I'm not sure if the potion can give unusual, like, what is blue? Unusual? Uncommon. Uncommon or rares. I think it can. I think it can give anything. But let's look at the high value cards. 2s and 3s. We don't know this one. Play 2 random cards from your draw pile. Gain 13 block and retain. That could be a good emergency card. 3 weaken vulnerable to all enemies is nice. The bomb is tricky because when you're playing a potion card like that, you're probably not going to have 3 turns. You're probably looking for an out. So this is probably not something we get. Hand of Greed is interesting. 20 damage on it. Plus you can maybe pick up a little gold. Rend. Debuffs. You get some extra. Jackpot. Jackpot's huge. Deal 25 damage and get 3 0-cost cards. Yeah, there's some interesting stuff here. Back to our reward. Crescent Spear is always good. Deal 7 damage and forge 7. Rod and War can be good too. And Cosmic Indifference can be pretty solid. Getting to pick a card from your discard pile and put it on top of your draw pile. There's a couple cards that benefit from additional draws like Kingly Strike and Kingly Kick. And just being able to decide what you're going to have next turn can be really good. Crescent Spear can get really strong if you go with a big deck. I tend to aim for smaller decks, but this can be very powerful. Picking up early is interesting. We do have Vajra, which means dealing damage is strong for us early. I don't know if I want to go into a Sovereign Blade build here. Playing Sovereign Blade can be tricky. It's useful against certain elites, though. And certain bosses. You can build it up. All three of these are good cards, to be honest. If I pick a Crescent Spear card, then I'm committing to kind of a big deck with a lot of cost. We're kind of going all in on energy. Well, not all in, not this early, but like, it's interesting. Because then essentially what we're saying is we want to go for a DPS race in most fights where we're trying to burn things down, draw this card, and kill them. That also means we need card draw to pick this card, to get this card, and then something like Cosmic Indifference would be great because we could, after we play it, we could then put it into our next hand. You know what? I like Crescent Spear. We're going to go Crescent Spear here. And then let's remove something from our deck. Probably. One mistake I made early on was always going straight to this without looking at the cards that were available first. So now I try to take an opportunity to like look at what's actually on offer. So Spectrum Shift is going into the colorless card route. That doesn't help the Crescent Spear at all. If we're going Crescent Spear, we want cards that generate energy. Now, this is interesting. There's a Cosmic Indifference here. That could work really well with Crescent Spear, but I don't have... Do I have? No, I don't have the money for both. Gather Light gains energy. Guiding Star. Card draw is very good. So yeah, the only one I could pick up right now, in addition to removing a card, is Gather Light, which would empty us out. And our next planned shop is here after the treasure chest, but not too many hallway fights. So it depends on what events we get if we keep this route. Production's not a bad card, but doesn't really... Well, more energy is always good. Yeah, Production's not a bad card. Beatdown, if you can play it at the right time, can be good, but you got to control your discard pile and keep it in mind, and then be able to draw it when you want it. I don't know if that's the play for us. I think we do want to remove a card here. So we picked up Crescent Spear, which deals 6, so we can trade that for a strike, and it'll get stronger over time. Do you want to grab Gather Light here? I have shitty block right now. And ways to gain energy are good, so yeah, I'll take this as well. Okay, our first event. All right, Drowning Beacon. Crossing a dreamscape of rocks and still waters, you emerge to face a sinking lighthouse emitting anti-light. You can bottle up the eerily glowing water that is pooled here, or climb up the dilapidated structure to retrieve the lens. So the glow water potion exhausts my hand and draws 10 cards. That's a single use potion, obviously. Exhausting our hand, this doesn't really do much for us right now. We could, in a single fight, we can get rid of like some low cards and maybe pull this stuff, but it's not great. If we give up 13 max HP, we get the Fresnel Lens. Whenever you add a card that gains block to your deck, enchanted with Nimble 2, getting this early is huge. This is definitely the play for us. So any block card that we pick up gets an additional 2 block. That's kind of incredible to get this early. So more things like Gather Light, more Gather Lights. These would start out giving us 10 block and upgrade to 13. That's a very nice early pickup. Okay, so I think we're starting to round out our strategy. We're going for an energy strategy, and maybe a Crescent Spear build. And we're looking out for block cards as well that gain energy. Something like Gather Light. I don't know the cards as well as I should, but we're not taking this elite. We're not taking this shop. We don't have any money to spend, so we're gonna go here and these 2 events after. All right, we've got the Sludge Spinner. Coming in with 8 damage, we can make it weak to turn that into 6. And we have a single defend and 2 strikes. So that's a pretty good opener. We'll take 1 point of damage, trade for majority of its health here. All right. We just kill, right? Yeah. All right. A skill potion. Okay. So here, particle wall. Oh my goodness. Getting an early particle wall is fantastic. And we're going through a lot of events, so we might be able to put retain on it, which would be amazing. This is a very strong card. We don't really have the energy generation yet in our deck to support this as well as I'd like, but it's probably what I'm taking here. Monologue, I don't think we want compared to Particle Wall. It's not a bad card. This is better for decks with like a lot of card draw and 0 cards. You build up a huge turn with like +7, 8 strength, and then a couple of strikes or whatever. Terraforming strikes me as a particularly poor card unless you have like an X card or it hits 3 times or something. So yeah, it's definitely Particle Wall. All right, 2 more events, a hallway fight, and then our first fire. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to upgrade yet, but it's probably Venerate. Our generation is weak at the moment, so it's probably Venerate. It might be Gather Light, but no, it's probably Venerate, unless we pick something else up in these 3 events. Let's see what we get. This or that. Arms suddenly jut out from a nearby hole, clutching a suspicious bag of riches and a clearly cursed relic. This or that. A scratched up voice whispers from below. All right, so if we give up 6 HP, we gain 45 gold. Or we add Clumsy and obtain a random relic. We've had good luck with relics so far. Gold is handy. We've got 1 fight, so this is like 10 gold, 30 gold here. That's 40. That probably is another 30, so that's 70 gold. That gets us almost to the 100 we need for our next card remove. And then these events could offer us more gold. So basically, I'm okay probably to get a card remove without taking the gold. If I take the Clumsy, it is ethereal, so in longer fights it's not a problem, and we can remove it once we get to the shop. It does mean we have 2 dead draws in the deck of 13. This will be 14. That's not great, but relics are very strong. Getting them early helps you build your deck. I don't think I want 45 gold. I don't really want to give up 6 HP here. We're going to take that. And we pick up Eternal Feather. For every 5 cards in your deck, heal 3 HP whenever you enter a rest site. That's actually, okay. That confirms we're going for a big deck strategy, maybe centered around Crescent Spear here. So we need to focus on finding ways to get this card into our hand. And we need lots of cards that have a cost, an energy cost. Yeah, okay. You grab the Cursed Relic. As soon as you grasp it, shackles materialize on your wrist. You hear ghostly laughter, and a bright plume of fire fills your vision. The hole and arms are gone. Okay, so if we have 15 cards, we heal 9 HP. Get to 20 cards. Rest sites give us 12. I'm feeling pretty good about this right now. Let's see how we do here. Okay, choose 1 of 5 random cards to add to your deck or lose 5 HP, gain a colorless card reward. I think, given our strategy, especially this idea of Crescent Spear, we want to go common cards here. Random cards. Another particle wall, kind of amazing. Solar Strike, very strong for us for gaining. Cloak of Stars is probably the better choice here. It's a 0 cost card. What do we have for generation? Gather Light and Venerate. So another card that gains block, but this one costs. The nice thing about the cost is it adds damage here. And it's enchanted with Nimble. Supermassive, deal 5 damage, deal 3 additional damage for each card you created this combat. So that's for things like Minion Strike and other cards. We don't need a second particle wall. This could be good though. Cosmic Indifference. This lets us use our spear twice, right? We use it, it goes into our discard pile. Next turn, then we block or whatever. When we have this, we can guarantee our next turn we get the spear or one of our other cards. I'm torn because I need more generation and I need more cards with cost. But this is very powerful for manipulating our deck. I think I'm taking Cosmic Indifference here. How ostentatiously scholastic of a labyrinthine mind, veritable cornucopia of cerebral sustenance to digest. Satisfied, the creature pops off and crawls away. You are flabbergasted. Okay, so we're a little block heavy at the moment between Gather Light, Cosmic Indifference. I guess it's okay. It means we can start removing Defends as well, but our next remove is going to be clumsy anyway, so I don't know about that. Let's take this hallway fight, see what we get. Got a colorless card or a skill card in hand if we need it. I think we go... So you're doing 11. I think we go 2 Defend, Venerate here rather than a crummy Strike. I'd rather wait until we pull something like Spear or Falling Star. Yeah, all right. Defend, Venerate. You take 1. Coming in with 8, reduced to 4. Let's Crescent Spear. And then let's Cosmic Indifference to get Crescent Spear again next turn. I have a Defend left, but I don't need it. Should I hit Ice Cream? Okay, so Crescent Spear Strike. And we're done. A Vulnerable Potion. This actually works quite well with our current build. Unless we run into something with, Artifact on it. But this is dealing, what? 12 plus Vajra gets it to 13. So add 6 makes it 9. This turns into a 19 damage Crescent Spear on a Vulnerable. We do have Falling Star, but that's only for 1 turn. The bigger the deck gets, the harder it is to combine those two. Free to play this turn, colorless hand. Free to play this turn, skill. These are versatile enough. This is limited doing damage. Admittedly, it's across 3 turns if we find the right enemy. Where are we going? We're going here, here, Oh, we're completely avoiding the elites? Then I probably am better off saving these. Although, yeah, the vulnerable on the soulfish could be good too. 3 turns of vulnerable. Because the faster you kill that thing, and I don't have an exhaust right now, so what am I giving up? Skill. We have good skills. We have good defense. I think we give this up. We take the vulnerable potion, save it for the soulfish. What do we have here? Glow, Supermassive, and Spoils of Battle. Spoils of Battle's out, so is Supermassive, which means we either take glow or skip here. This is card draw for 2 turns and generation, so I think we want this. All right, here's our first fire. We entered and got our heal, so there's no point in resting. All right, what do I want here? Vertical wall upgraded is insane. But I think our main problem is energy generation right now. So between venerate and glow for me. I do like the card draw here. I think I'm going to go glow. All right, let's see what we get from this treasure chest. Some money and Art of War. If you do not play any attacks during your turn, gain an additional energy next turn. Okay. That's pretty solid. If we have... Because we got good skills, so we could, like, venerate, Cosmic Indifference, and glow on a turn, gather light. I mean, we're unlikely to have all those in our hand, but... Okay. I do like that. I've been... what is this stuff called? Let me check that, because it must not be called energy if energy is called energy, right? So... All right, let's hit into the event. Be a fight. All right. Stars. I've been saying energy when I meant stars. Okay. So you're coming in with 12. We can turn that into 9. And then Crescent Spear. Cosmic Indifference gets us 8, so we take 1 and get a second turn with Spear. But we're not going to have any energy on the next turn. If I Falling Star into Spear, that's going to be, what, 19 plus 9? That's not going to, yeah, that's not going to kill it. I need the block from playing this. So, is there a chance we get 1 point of energy generation next turn? Yes, we could get Glow, we could get Venerate. All right. I think that's the play. Falling Star, Crescent Spear, and Cosmic Indifference. Oh, I have a point left. Okay. Oh yeah, Gather Light. Okay. Right, I forgot that I forgot that Falling Star is a 0 cost. All right. That's much better. So 0 damage, and we have our point for Crescent Spear. 6 damage coming in. I've got defends, so we'll Crescent Spear, defend. No stars, but only 12 health here. We can get the card draw, see if we get another defend. We do not. So we're going to take 1 point. Got 2. Yeah, we'll just kill. Next turn, rather. Okay. Another Cosmic Indifference. 15 damage plus energy next turn. Meh. For 2 costs, I'm not sure I love that. Essentially 7.5 damage here, right? The 2 energy next turn is nice. But we don't have a huge amount of like high cost cards. We don't have a lot of card draw, so that doesn't really work with this deck right now. Photon Cut is interesting. It's kind of the inverse of a Cosmic Indifference, right? Because instead of block, we deal damage, draw a card. Oh, but it's, okay, yeah, it's put 1 card from your hand on top of your draw pile. So I don't want to play this turn, I want it next turn, kind of a thing. I don't really love this. The Nimble Cosmic Indifference is pretty solid, and the bigger the deck gets, the harder it's going to be to manage that. If I take that, then we start to get really block heavy. But it is nice to have a second chance to pull this. And the Nimble's fantastic. I think we will take a second Cosmic Indifference, but that's probably the last one we take. What are we doing on gold? We'll have enough. A path leads you into a partially submerged vault. There are two chests, but only one brittle key. In the first chest, shaking it, you get jingly jangly noises, bits of gold. Second chest, enormous, ornate, and clearly cursed. Lots of gold. So we've already got Clumsy and Ascender's Bane larding up the deck. However, this is enough to buy ourselves something nice at this shop. And we're not going to be carrying it around for long. This is Eternal, which means I'd have two Eternals. I can get rid of Clumsy. So we'd have enough for the remove and like 300 plus gold left over for another relic. It's greedy, but I'm going to do it. You've never seen so much gold in one place. All of the merchant's wares can be bought. I can commandeer an army of non-idiots. Dangerous thugs can be paid off. The feverishly greedy thoughts stay with you forever. Okay. We'd love now to get our hands on a transform card. That's gonna deal with our deck problem of these two things. So we want something like what do we want? Begone. Charge would be the best. 2 cards in your draw pile, right? Guards or Begone are okay. Charge is kind of the one we want. All right, let's hit the fire. I'm gonna smith here. So we're getting towards the end of the act. I think we need to upgrade our damage here. So I think it's going to be Crescent Spear. That'll grow over time. Let's hit the shop. All right, what do you got for me? Enchant up to 3 attacks with Sharp 3. Very nice. I like that. I was just saying we need a little bit more. Upgrade 2 random skills I'm not a huge fan of because it can go on some cards we don't care about. So let's sort by card type here. What attacks do we have? Falling Star, Crescent Spear. I guess, yeah. So we'd enchant those and probably enchant a strike, which means we'd keep that strike around. First time you lose HP each combat, draw 3 cards. I don't love losing HP for this, but sometimes it's going to happen. And card draw is nice. Yeah, I'm not a fan of War Paint. Centennial Puzzle, okay. We could buy an attack to go with this if we have one. Forge. Lunar Blast. I don't have huge energy generation, but we have a couple 0 cost cards that are skills, I think. Maybe not. No, they're attacks. I don't love I'm Invincible. We already have Particle Wall. Trade stars for energy is not an attack. Black Hole. Whenever you spend or gain stars, deal 3 damage to all enemies. We actually don't have much for dealing with all enemies right now. And we're planning to build out more ways to gain and spend stars. So Black Hole's not bad. Not terrible. If we upgrade it, it goes to what? Like 4 damage? 5 damage? So I'm thinking probably Gnarled Hammer, Black Hole, card removal. If I can do all 3. That's going to be 217, 317, plus 4 is 321, 391. We can just do it. I think I like it. So we're heavy on defend. Let's get rid of a defend here. Let's make sure we've done our math right. Let's pick up the hammer first. Crescent Spear, Falling Star, and a strike. Get sharped. And then we have enough left. Yes, just enough for black hole here. Okay. Our next remove is 125. We'll have to keep that in mind. That was a good shop. Thank you, Greed. Oh, I was meant... F me. I forgot to get rid of Clumsy. I got rid of a defend instead of Clumsy. Whoops. That's a mistake. At least it's ethereal. All right. Let's take this hallway fight. All right. The two gremlins in a trench coat fight. 14 damage coming in. We do not want to spend these potions with the boss right ahead of us. So what do I have here? I've got defense. So 8 plus 5 is, what, 13? We'll take 1. I could Falling Star here for 12 plus 10. We get back one of our stars from Gather Light. All right, I think that's what the play is. We'll take, oh right, and we weakened him, so I take 0. Clumsy goes away. Jerk steals 20 gold from me. I didn't have 20 gold. Wait a minute, is this, can I profit from this guy? Hold on, I had 7 gold, right? Can I profit from this guy? I don't know if that's how that works or not. All right, we got 12 coming in. We can easily handle that with a pair of Cosmic Indifference. What's in my discard pile to put on top of my draw pile here? I've got 2 stars. I could strike, but that's probably not the play, right? With Falling Star and a Gather Light? And a Venerate, maybe? Do I want to strike here? We'll have Gather Light to get 1. This costs 2. The Spear costs 1. Yeah. Well, it depends on... No, so it's a toss-up between Venerate and Strike here. He does... Is this a profit generation tool? Like, if I sit here and let this guy steal from me a bunch of times, is he gonna have 100 gold for me that he didn't steal for me? No, they can't have done that, right? I think we're okay taking Venerate here. Let's grab the Gather Light, and then let's grab Falling Star. Okay, so we're at 4 stars. No, okay. It can't... He's only going to have the 7 he stole from me, I think. All right, so... I guess we're going to... Yeah, Gather Light, and then Falling Star into Strike. And then... Yeah, we don't need any of this. Okay, he's at 5, so we can kill, and they're stunned. But yeah, we'll have to play Glow. Do I want to do this? Because we're gonna have to. We should see what we get from Glow first. There we go. Okay, so I can strike, and then Crescent Spear for 14. There we go. He's at 2. You're at 10. Yeah, he only has the 3 gold he stole from me. Okay, that makes more sense. So you're leaving, which means I need to kill you. I guess I gotta burn this Falling Star on you. And then what? Just Gather Light, Venerate, Defend. Strike. Very nice. Okay. Yeah, all right. For a second, I thought I'd found an exploit. I was like, wait a minute. If he steals 20 gold that I don't have every turn, I can get 60, 80, 100 gold from him. No, doesn't work that way. Another black hole. No photon cut, no monologue. We're skipping this. Hit this fire. So what are we upgrading here? This guy's status cards are a big problem. I don't have an answer for it in this deck, which means we need damage. I might actually lose here. Upgrading Black Hole is okay. Falling Star or that Strike are okay. 4 damage over the course of... If I get this early, this is better over the course of the battle. Because it's an additional 1 point of damage on the upgrade. I probably... Like, I pull this twice maybe in a fight. So that's 8 damage. 8 times I gain or spend. And again, I have 2 Cosmic Indifferences. So I can control how many times I spend this. That's an extra 4 points of damage. I think maybe Falling Star is the upgrade here. All right, we do have Vulnerable. So that helps as well. And we could get a big damage card out of this colorless potion. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we get rid of Sender's Bane early. Ooh, this is not the greatest opener. Let me see what I get from the colorless potion first. 11 damage for 0. I could draw 1 card. Or I could gain energy. This gives me card draw over the course of the fight. This helps me start working him down early. So I have Venerate, Cosmic Indifference, and Strike. If I Cosmic Indifference this, I can get a lot of card draw. I don't need the block, though. But I might... So I'd have to burn 1 energy to play Cosmic Indifference to draw a 2nd card. I have Strike right now. This gets me 11 damage. With the Vulnerable Potion, that goes up to, what, 16? I think the card draw might be more valuable to me right now. Okay. There's stars and more card draw. That's probably better than Cosmic Indifference to get that back. Let's glow. And there's Particle Wall. All my defenses are coming out. I don't think we use the Vulnerable Potion here. We don't have enough. I think now... Do I go... No, I go for the free card. What am I trying to get? At this point... Yeah, I want this combo, basically. Or this card. I don't think I want to draw a card here. Because if I pull 1 of these, that's not great. And I've set up card draw for next turn. Plus I'm like flushing away all of my... So what of these do I want? I've got a lot of energy, so maybe this costs 2. Maybe I put another Cosmic Indifference in my hand? This goes, yeah, okay, we'll give ourselves this. Maybe I get, do I get Glow or do I get another Cosmic Indifference? Maybe I get another Cosmic Indifference. Because we don't really need Glow right now. Okay. This is a rough opener. I hate these so much. These cards suck. All right. Let's get the block and the extra card. All right, so we've got Crescent Spear and Strike. I could finesse here to try and get Falling Star, but you know what? I don't need it, right? Let's throw this. If I Black Hole, that's going to help me out over the course of the fight, but that means I Crescent Spear and probably Cosmic Indifference here to get it back. and we take some damage. So 8 less 6, 2. We'll have 6. We'll take 10 damage. But we'll get this power running. Okay. 28 damage isn't bad. Oh, I get the strike as well. Wait, do I? Yeah. Okay, so that's 41 damage this turn. Not outstanding, but not the worst ever. Let's put the spear back in our hand, and let's end turn here. That went differently than I thought. I'm not sure where that extra block came from. Am I forgetting something? I did forget about Art of War. I forgot I had that. Not sure where all that block came from. Okay, we got 7 damage and a status card coming in. Another kind of crappy draw here. He's still vulnerable from the potion, so we can play the spear. That's going to do an additional 3 points of damage, because we're spending a point. So that's 31. Then we can gather a point with our block here. That does another 3. We played an attack this turn, so yeah, there's no point worrying about these. This is coming back for another fun visit. I think we end turn here. There's Falling Star. No damage this turn. Let's play the finesse. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. We can extend the vulnerable. Get another 3 damage and 2 stars from Venerate, and then strike. We got a bunch of those status cards coming down the pipe now. And he's intangible, which is not great. Crescent Spear doesn't help us this turn. We want it next turn, unfortunately. So I can Crescent Spear, Cosmic Indifference to get it back. And then defend. Yeah, that's probably the play. So 8, 7 after this. 11 comes in, we take 4. So this does 1 point of damage, but now we can get it back with Cosmic Indifference. And then we defend against Beckon. Wait, no, it makes more sense to play Beckon, right? Because this gain 5, lose 6. So if I just play this, I save 6 HP instead of 5. And then we take 3. Right? Yeah, okay. Okay, what do we have here? We got our spear back. Particle Wall, Glow. This has card draw on it. 0 cost, 2 stars. We probably play this against the Beckon. Because we got stars. Yeah, all right, so Glow. That gives 3. Particle Wall here. That does 3 to him. We Crescent Spear. And then, yeah, that's it, right? I mean, I can play this. Doesn't make anything happen. We're getting larded up with this stuff now. We got to kill him fast. Okay, so we've got 18 damage in our hand. Let's Gather Light. We got a big hit coming from him too. That's 16. I don't know what it did there. Let's burn 2 on a Particle Wall. And then play 1 back in to get rid of it. 27. He's going to do 24, leaving us 3. So we're going to take 9 here. Gotta get 45 damage on this guy fast. All right, only 10 coming in from him. I love that. But no damage in my hand, unfortunately. We can damage 6 with these 2 cards. Strike. I can get the strike back instead, but I do need I don't have that upgraded. Do I want that strike back next turn? Or do I want 3 points right now and a star? I think I want the strike back. Right? Oh, I can do this too. Okay, perfect. I really need a transform card here. Okay, falling star. Strike. There we go, did it. Yeah, there's a couple more enemies, some elites and other people who have status cards. We've got to get our hands on a transform card. 75 gold, very nice. And our options are Genesis. At the start of your turn, gain 2 stars. Beat into shape. Sovereign and Sword Sage. Both of these are Sovereign Blade related, which I'm not interested in. So do we pick up Genesis? The nice thing about Genesis is it pairs well with Black Hole, right? That's 4 damage a turn to all enemies, and stars for us to spend on our cards. And we want more cards to power up the spear. So yeah, I think we go Genesis here. We start looking out for, yeah, so I need, this act, I need to get my hands on a transform card or an exhaust of some kind. And I want more cards with star cost. Were we fighting the Insatiable? I find the Insatiable pretty easy. So Ouroboros here. Very good finds. Look, what do we have? Enchanted skill with Imbued. This card is automatically played at the start of each combat. Ooh, okay. So our skills. We have Defend, 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 Venerate. Playing that at the start of combat, not bad. 8 block, 1 star, Particle Wall, Cosmic Indifference, Glow. Playing Glow at the start of combat could be very strong, right? Because we get 2 extra stars, draw a card to replace this, or draw an extra card in our first hand, and gain card draw in the subsequent round. Imbuing Glow Plus could be very strong. Optionally, we have the Radiant Pearl. At the start of each combat, add 1 Luminous into your hand. So retain, we can get 2 energy whenever we want it. Now, we don't have a lot of need for energy in this deck, except for if Genesis is in our hand. That's interesting. Basically, we hold on to that card until we pull Genesis, and then we play it. Interesting, interesting. Both powerful options. And then we have Archaic Tooth, transform Falling Star into Meteor Shower. So, okay, Meteor Shower, very strong. We've already upgraded it and sharpened it. 21 damage to all enemies, 2 weak and vulnerable to all enemies. That is such a powerful card. The issue with this is we're going for a big deck. I want to add like at least 5 or 6 more cards here. Power up Crescent Spear. So our chance to draw it isn't great. But you know what we do have? We do have these 2 Cosmic Indifferences. Which means when we do draw it, we get to play it again. We get to kind of double it. All 3 of these are great. Honestly, the all damage here, or rather the all enemies here, I think is the big appeal. I don't really have an answer for that in the deck at the moment. I've got a little bit with Black Hole. Playing Glow, playing Glow Plus at the start of every combat would be really nice. And feeling comfortable playing Genesis would be good. Pairing that with Black Hole is not bad. But I think this is too strong and answers a question that I have not answered in my deck. I think we got to take Meteor Shower here. Especially with that Sharp on it. 24 damage to all enemies? That's insane. All right, let's plot our path here. We want more fights. And maybe some elites this act. We need cards. We have 90 gold. We need 125 for our next shop. I gotta remember to remove the goddamn curse instead of a strike or a defend. You're eternal. You're eternal. So I'm trying to remove clumsy here. 10, 20, 30. Doesn't really get us there. Depends on if we're in there. Same with this. These shops are a little bit sketch in terms of getting to 125. Where's the later shop? All right, so we got a later shop here we might want to get to. Lots of fires on the map and elites. So if we're coming here, then this pathway becomes a question. Are we coming from this direction or this direction? Here we fight an elite. Here we get a fire. What do I want to upgrade? I'd like to upgrade Black Hole if we're going to play it. Genesis wouldn't be bad. We're playing Cosmic Indifference a lot, but we're kind of block heavy, so I'm not sure I need that. At the moment, we're light on damage. I don't even have cards I want to upgrade for damage, except for Black Hole. So fire's maybe not as important. We might want to try some elites, too. I think maybe we go for this elite. Into this fire, into this elite. We can heal here if we need to. It's a fire, then we have this. So that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fights to get cards. 3 fires, 2 elites. An early shop we may not be able to use, and a late shop we might be able to use. And 1 event. We were heavy on events earlier, so that's okay. I do have to remember this Art of War for energy. Okay, I think that's our play. I think that's our play. All right, we picked up the Thieving Hopper. 17 damage coming in. I don't think we can afford Genesis this turn. We gotta get some block going on. I could put this... No. What do we have here? So I can get to 16, and I can hit him once. Or I can take... What? 9 points of damage in exchange for this? I don't think that makes sense. This is going to force Gather Light. I think I'd rather the Strike than Gather Light. What are you taking? Particle Wall? I'm fine with that. So we get Crescent Spear is nice. We can get it again, and we can strike as well. All right. Take Crescent Spear again. He's at 49. He goes up in the air, which means he takes half damage. If we hit him 5 times, he gets stunned. Coming in with 21. We do pick up Meteor Shower, which is huge. Cost 2. But essentially negates the float and weakens him. He's at 15. Got 3 to spend. Let's go definitely Crescent Spear. And then do I want to strike? No, I want to defend some of this damage, I think. We'll take 5. Okay, not the greatest. We get card draw here. 10 damage coming in, no defense. He's vulnerable. I mean, we might as well do what we can. We're going to take another 10 damage. Boy, rough fight to take 15 here. Start of Act 2. We do have Eternal Feather, so we'll heal some of this up. And then, yeah, Meteor Shower to finish. Or Meteor Shower Strike to finish. I should have looked. I should have looked. Didn't have the stars for that. All right. 5 max HP. Thank you very much for that. I want Particle Wall back. Yes. And I want something with a star cost. right, so Astral Pulse. More all enemy damage? Okay. We'll take it. All right, second fight. This guy. Okay. This is very nice to draw early. We venerate here, and then I decide, do I want to defend, or do I want to hit him? I don't want to take 9 damage here. I can't... Oh, I can afford both. Puts us at 0 stars, but I think it's worth doing. Look at that. Down to 29. Sucks to be you, bro. Okay, he's vulnerable for another turn. If we can get 29 damage into him, that would be amazing. We can't. He's going to put up his big-ass shield next turn, so... Black Hole Strike is good. Yeah, it's these 3, right? This gets us a little bit of extra damage chip. We hurt him now while he's vulnerable. But he's going to put up like 32 points of block, which isn't great. We'll get the star here. That's the turn. Oh, right, he gets another 3. Okay, so we got to chew through 32 shield. He's coming in with 23. I'm only going to have 13 block here, which means we're going to take another 10, which is rough. However, we can get our spear back. Start working on that shield. All right, so we take another 10 here. Hallway fights are rough in this game. Okay, so this is going to cost 1 and break his shield and stun him. Okay. Do I glow? I won't be able to play Astral Pulse even with glow. Unless I pull another card with generation on it. It could Genesis here. What are we getting? Clumsy? I think we just... glow to get rid of this now. And then we throw Meteor Shower on top, right? Okay. Ugh. A second Crescent Spear is amazing, as is Hidden Cache. Both of these are incredible, but having 2 of these, wow. Wow, 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 yes. Okay, that's a great pickup. We're going to have the gold for a remove. This sucks. I do not want to lose a Cosmic Indifference here. Although, to be fair... we probably can pick it up again somewhere along the route. And we did just get a second spear. Losing HP here was really bad, even 3, and we have no idea what it'll randomize to. I don't know that this can go on curses. I don't think it can. Like, I'd love to get rid of a strike or defend. If I start gambling, I could lose a lot of HP very fast. The Nimble's on it if we find it again. It's not upgraded. Like, with my luck, it'll cycle through all the Crescent Spears, the Particle Wall, the Meteor Shower. Like, I don't have the HP to justify the gamble, so as much as it sucks, we'll give up the Cosmic Indifference here. That's a shitty event. All right, 2 more hallway fights. Let's see what we get. All right, these guys, this sucks. I hate Artifact. So I can Particle Wall and Crescent Spear. 11 plus 8 saves me. We go after this one because he's going to attack us next turn. That's 8. Yeah, I need the... I don't want to give up 3 HP here. I'll hit you. And then the defend is meaningless. Ooh, that's a nice Meteor Shower. 25 to all. Oh, I need a point. So Venerate. Got a Meteor Shower here. So we're still taking the 16, unfortunately. Oh, I played this wrong. I didn't count my energy. I should have played black hole. All right, we get 8, so we're going to take 8 here. We'll take this back. Thank you very much. And I guess I'm playing that. Yikes. Oh no! I don't have the energy. Ugh. That's a disaster. 13 more damage? Ugh. I did not play this fight well. Alright. This kills him by black hole. And then blow, strike. Oof, woof. It was a bad fight. Duplicator, incredible. Incredible card. Potion, rather. Book of Stars. I love it for the cost. Hate it for being block. But we'll take it. What are we up to? I haven't been paying attention to my spears. Three additional damage for all your cards that have a cost. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cards. So 6 times 3 is 18 plus 9 is what? 27 damage these guys do, plus the 3 from Sharp on that one. Not bad. All right, we're pretty low on hit points here. This is not a great situation, and we got an elite coming up too. See if we can make something happen here. Definitely the glow. We don't have vulnerable up. It's another not so great first hand here. He's going to be putting up his spiny, which is bad. Do I want to burn 3 here? Because I'm probably not playing attacks. So let's play Astral Pulse here to get some damage into him. Okay, no attacks if we can avoid it. Yeah, this is rough. Venerate. Defend. Okay, so if I play this, we apply 2 weak, take 5 damage, which means I'm trading. If we play this, I lose 5, but then he becomes weak, which is 25%, which is 4. But we get it for 2 turns and do a bunch of damage to him. So right now I'm taking 13. This will turn it into 14 damage. I could play it twice. No, I can't play it twice. This is bad news right here. I'm probably going to have to use this next turn. I think I have to do this. Yeah, so we take 12 damage, but we get the weak and vulnerable for 2 turns. We lose out on the Art of War. This is very rough. He's coming in with 12. I do have 2. We play Black Hole, Defend, Cloak of Stars. Then I have this left. 42 damage. Okay. I maybe should have duplicated that spear, but let's see. Uh, 15's not going to cut it, but with the strike it would, so I'm not going to be able to play this. I might need the energy from this. Let's see. Is he getting his spikes back again? Ugh. Okay. So I need the card draw because I need something with damage on it. There we go. So I need 5 defense. There we go. Okay. Yikes on bikes. And we got an elite fight? We're probably dead. None of that's helpful. Unless there's a waffle in here that we could afford, which we couldn't anyway. All right, we're kind of screwed. What's going to help me survive? Maybe Cure All? What we got here? Deal 3 damage to all enemies for each star gained this turn. What are we going to see? The eels? We're probably going to see the eels, right? I'm so effed. I have 5 health. We don't need another particle wall. I could pick up this Cosmic Indifference here. I can't afford both of these. I think getting rid of Clumsy. Do I want a potion? And another Cosmic Indifference? Or do I want a card remove? I could get the Cosmic Indifference and the Cure All. I don't think Powder Demise helps me. I don't think Blessing of the Forge helps me. Oddly, the bomb's not bad if I could get it. I don't think I can survive 2 turns against the eels. I think we're dead, but... Another particle wall for upgrading our spear? Cure All probably helps me survive the next fight. It's very unlikely, but I think we can't afford the remove here. Which leaves the question of whether we want this other Cosmic Indifference. I think I do. All right, let's see how this goes. We have Duplicator and we have Cure All. Oh, it's not the eels, right? That's the first. That's... Eels are in Act 1. Okay, so... Duplicator into Meteor Shower might save... Yeah, I think that saves me here. That's an incredibly lucky draw. Holy mackerel. I can't believe I survived that. All right, so what do we pick up? Fish Oil. Ornamental Fan's very nice. And Reflect is amazing here. It's got the cost on it. And it's a block/damage card. 1 cost, 3 stars. I'd love another glow, but this fits our build better. We've got 5 hit points, 5 health. We do have a fire to rest at. If I could pick up 2 cards here, that gets us another 3 hit points healed. So we're gonna get 12 plus, what is it, 20%? So like 12 plus 13, we'll get 25 hit points at the fire, and then we have another elite to fight. What is this going to be? Happy Flower. Okay, I like Happy Flower. I cannot afford to be greedy here. We have to rest. Oh, it's 30%. Okay, that puts us at 37. That's not terrible. If this elite fight goes super well, there's a chance, just entering this, with the 12 it gives us 30 at 49. We might be able to do an upgrade here, maybe. And then we can see about whether we're actually going to this shop with no money. I had to buy that potion. I didn't know what I was facing, but I had to buy that potion to survive. Let's see what we get here. Oh, I hate this guy. Oh, this guy's the worst. And we pulled a terrible draw. So we're going to have to burn all of these. Okay. 22 coming in. That's 19 between the 2 of those. Spends 1 of our stars. Black Hole, we probably want. To start chipping away at him. What's my other card here? I'm playing both of these. So what do I want back? Defend is kind of trash, so is the Strike. I don't really want either of them. If we pull Meteor Shower, the Strike is the better play, probably. We're still a little block heavy, but he does so much damage. We're not going to have card draw next turn, so it's one or the other. Oh, Cloak of Stars. Never mind. We want that. I forgot that was in there. Okay. We survived the first turn. 16 coming in. I really need to play this Venerate if I can. This glow's not bad either. No, the glow's strictly better. Pull Descender's Bane. So we got to play Cloak of Stars and defend here. And I think we've got to play Crescent Spear. That leaves us with 2 stars. He's getting strong fast. Oh, I gained the extra energy. Right. Okay, so we get the Venerate as well. That's nice. Okay, all right. Surviving thus far. I really don't like this guy, though. So 16 shield. 16 block, rather. And he's coming in with 27 damage. All right, well, we luckily pulled Meteor Shower here. Do I want to play anything before Meteor Shower? I don't think there's any value in doing so. We probably want to get this right back. Because the weak and vulnerable are strong as well. As the damage. Okay. So now we got 18 damage coming in. What is he at? 135? I would love to play Crescent Spear, but I need to prioritize survival here. We need both of these, Gather Light and Cosmic Indifference. We're definitely taking Meteor Shower back. I have no more mitigation here for damage. So, oh, we're okay. All right, so strike Crescent Spear, I guess? I can't afford... This is 16, this is 32 on the vulnerable, becomes 48. Very nice. Okay, he's down to 69. Pleasant. Give up this energy. Nothing I can do about it. Okay. Do I Genesis here? I think I do. I think that's very helpful here. This is going to do 39. Gives me an extra energy. Let's Genesis. I can't afford to reflect, so let's strike. Down to 11. I think we made it out of this. God, I can't believe I had 5 hit points and I came back. I just need damage. Yes, 43 will do it. Wow. Okay. Feeding Remnant, you cannot lose more than 20 hit points in a single turn. That's pretty handy if we hit the Queen in Act 3 or some of the other bosses. Yeah. And like, the bosses that can do 50 damage, that's actually kind of huge. Obviously, we don't want to lose 20 hit points in a single turn. We've only got 67, but against a big hit that we just have a bad draw against, this is a pretty solid get. Okay, a Gamma Blast, I don't know that we need. This is a weaker version of card we already have and can pull again. A Devastate, it's got a cost on it, which I like. The 4 is kind of high. Would I rather have Cloak of Stars for more block or Devastate for more damage? I think we're okay on block. I think I may not be able to play this. But I think we take the Devastate. It's already upgraded. Okay, so entering the rest site gets us 12. Puts us at 49 out of 67. Do I be greedy here? I can get to full. I can take 18 healing of this 20. Or I can smith something. We need more generation. I need to make this Genesis card more attractive to myself, so I'm gonna upgrade it. Wait, let me just double check. What else do I have that can generate? Not Black Hole. I could upgrade Venerate, get 3. But I think we need to prioritize this Genesis card. I could really use some sort of first turn energy, like a Lantern would be amazing, or an Ice Cream would be incredible. What do I have? 107? So this is going to be B guy, right? Is he in Act 2? I think it's B guy. I still don't have a transform. I have big damage cards and lots of block. There's not much I can get from this shop, and I would love to hit this event. So I think we're going to take a gamble here. We're at 49. We're pretty strong. I don't know if this is a mistake or not. We have a fire as a backup for resting. Let's try the elite. Okay. Yeah, we'd love to play this Devastate. He's coming in with 21. Which means if I want this particle wall, I can't have the Devastate. Do I want to trade 41 damage? No, I can get this back later. Especially once he's vulnerable. We can get that back with Cosmic Indifference. I need to defend this turn. This is 21. If I play this twice, I get 22. Do I want to keep 2 stars? If I keep 2 stars, we get 16 from 21 means we're taking 5. I think I need the stars for this fight, so we'll take the 5. All right, he's coming in with 18 this turn. We really need this. We have the extra point. Where did that come from? Happy Flower? Well, regardless. We take another 8 here. Not great, but we're now sort of set up for this fight. Okay. So if I Cosmic Indifference, I can get Devastate for next turn if I want it. Although, I don't have Vulnerable on him. That's probably coming. I don't need Cloak of Stars. Strike is a bad call because it gets us a daze for very little damage. Let me get this Devastate going. We'll play the Spear. 31 damage is a good trade for a dazed. I don't have Black Hole up yet, so playing Cloak of Stars doesn't make sense. I don't think the Strike makes sense either. Yeah, he's coming in with 28, which is bad, but we did get... Oh, we got all of these cards. I don't have... I do have, thanks to Genesis, I can play all of them. All right, so Meteor Shower. Do I want Reflect? Unless I can kill him, I do. So this deals 61. And then this kills? Yeah, okay. We got him. Nice. Okay. Paid off. I don't know what Stone Cracker is. Free upgrades. Okay, that's not bad at all. Free energy and free upgrades. Love that. What do we got here? Resonance. Gain 1 strength. All enemies lose 1 strength. Stardust. Deal 5 damage to a random enemy X times. We don't have really the star generation capacity that we want for this. Although, if we get Genesis up and running in a long fight, it could be good if we upgrade it. What does this upgrade to? Seven? Okay, so if we have like 10, we can do 70. And then if we have strength running, we have Vargas. This is actually 1 higher than it appears. I don't have other ways of getting strength right now. Which makes this an interesting card. Resonance. I don't think Stardust is the play. Nor is Patter. Do I want this Resonance? I think I do. It gets us another 3 HP going into the rest site for free from the Eternal Feather. And I like the idea. I can play this more than once. Not only do I gain strength, enemies lose strength. Yeah, we'll take a Resonance. Okay. I think we're done with fights. Let's hope this isn't a fight. Let's see. Ooh. If your HP is at or below 50% at the end of combat, heal 12. All right. Not wonderful, but not terrible either. Okay, 51 is probably enough for Insatiable. This is worth 16 hit points. I think I can survive Insatiable without resting. Let me take a look at the smith and see what we've got here. So, generation's still the problem. I think we probably go venerate here. Block. Black hole's not... It's not terrible, but 1 additional point per turn of damage. Resonance is interesting for damage, actually. Upgrading this to 2 strength. I do need more star generation. But this is actually pretty interesting. It's cost 3, which means... I mean, the other... Yeah, we've got that... What's that thing that costs 4? Devastate? Probably just... This becomes a dead card until we get more generation. But I really like the idea of 2 strength. Let's get resonance upgraded. All right, let's see how we do against the sandworm. I think I saw reflect got upgraded and something else. A bad first draw except for getting rid of Ascender's Bane. I don't think I even play this to get the strike back. Ugh. It's a shit hand. All right. It's a bad opener. Okay, here comes Frantic Escape, this mechanic. Okay, if we take 16, we can get these up and running. And save 3 stars. I could hold off on Black Hole. I think Genesis, Gather Light, maybe? It depends. I want to take 8. Well, we've got meat on the bone, so we can afford to go low and get healed into next act. What is this worth over time? I have like 5 or 6 rounds. Let's say 5 rounds to kill. This procs maybe 1.5 times, so call it 6 points of damage per round. We're averaging maybe 36 damage over the course of the fight for this, versus saving 8 HP and gaining a star now. Gaining a star now is not bad, but if we're gonna play Genesis. All right, yeah, let's take the hit. Oh, I forgot I have this energy potion. I actually didn't need that. So 28's coming in. We can burn 3 stars to play the Reflect and put that back on him. I can Venerate to also Devastate, or we could wait until we have Invulnerable on that, which I think is the play. So let's Reflect here. We're gonna take 5, unless I spend 2 stars on Particle Wall. We've got Genesis up, and this does chip away at his damage. All right, I'll take a Particle Wall as well. No! I was trying to strike him. It put this in my hand. I did not mean to do that. That was bad. That was a waste. Okay, this is very nice. Do I need the energy potion? I'm not sure I do. Let's Meteor Shower into Crescent Spear. Definitely Frantic Escape, Strike. And then I don't need Cloak of Stars, so let's Intern. Now, unfortunately, we're not going to get that Devastate on this guy while he's got this. We do get the Crescent Spear, though. Let's Glow. Resonance is interesting. Do I spend this? I think I do. No, I don't, because I need some defend here, right? 14 coming in. This could be the energy potion turn. All right. Let's Resonance. Let's Crescent Spear while he's vulnerable. Very nice. Then Cosmic Indifference to get back, where is it? Meteor Shower and a defend to mitigate. Perfect. Okay, we got to kill or escape this turn. I think we kill. There we go. Not bad, not bad. Compared to that moment where we were down to 5 HP, that is a surprising end to the story of Act 2 here. So our meat on the bone, I think, procced us up to 35 here. I'm not sure. No, we weren't that low, were we? No, this is where we ended. I should have lost 2 more hit points if I could have. We take a power potion for Act 3, and let's take a look at this. Bundle of Joy. Add 3 random colorless cards into your hand and exhaust. I don't love that. Foregone conclusion. Next turn, put 2 cards from your draw pile into your hand. I do like that, especially with a big deck. Being able to pick 2 cards from the draw pile. The only problem with this is if you draw it late in the draw. And then Monarch's Gaze. Whenever you attack an enemy, it loses 1 strength this turn. I don't love this. Being able to control what I get, though, I quite like that. Problem is you have to spend an energy on it, right? Like if we got this on a 3rd turn or some other turn where we had extra energy from something, that'd be great. Okay, I'll take a foregone conclusion. Okay, Act 3 kicking off here. Let's take a look at our deck. Got a couple of crappy strikes and some defense we don't really want. A reminder that our star generation's not quite where I'd love it. I'd love to get this Venerate upgraded. What else we got? We've got 2 Eternal Curses and this Clumsy that we want to get rid of. We'd love to upgrade Black Hole if we're going to be playing it. Meteor Shower into Crescent Spear remains pretty much our best play. So powering up those cards, that's what the foregone conclusion is for. We need more star generation, and a couple more cards that cost stars would be good too. Upgrading Reflect wouldn't be bad. Deck's starting to get pretty big. So events that might give us a chance to remove things would be good. We're pretty strong. We should probably be fighting elites this act. Let's see what our bonuses are from Angel Lady, or whatever she's called. No Noopy? Madness awaits at the top. Don my power and vanquish. So, Brilliant Scarf. The 5th card you play each turn is free. Interesting. We don't have enough card draw for that, I don't think. I do routinely play 4 cards because we have a lot of 0 cost cards. But I don't know if that's the play. Choose 3 cards in your deck and enchant them with Swift 3. The first time you play this card, draw 3 cards. That's not bad. It's not good for long fights. Oh, we got the Doormaker. The good news is we have a big deck, which helps against Doormaker. Whenever you play 2 or fewer cards in a turn, take half damage. That's actually pretty strong for us, because we have a lot of block. Which means, let's say we're on a turn, we get 8 block from this, and 11 block from this, right? That's 19. That is effectively 38 block, if those are the only 2 we play. Diamond Diadem is not bad here. I don't know if I can make Brilliant Scarf work. It's interesting. But I don't have a big energy mechanic in my deck or in my relics right now. And I don't have a huge amount of cards okay, so the nice thing about free, right, is something like Devastate. It's not just the energy cost, it's the star cost that becomes free as well. There is that to think about, right? So like early on, if I draw 5 cards, one of which has a 0 cost and less than the 3 stars I start with, I can play that whole hand. And I can choose the 5th card to be free. It's not terrible. I mean, the problem is I've got dead draws in the deck. So if I took Beautiful Bracelet, I'd want to put them on like 0 cost cards. Or generation card, like star generation cards maybe. I don't even know what I would put them on. Like I'm always going to play Meteor Shower, for sure. I'm usually going to be playing Cosmic Indifference. But, like, if I have card draw on those cards, like, I'm already down to 2 energy here after I play this. It's, you know what it's good for is it's good for if you get, like, a crappy hand with nothing in it but a defend. You're like, I don't really want to play this defend, but I don't have a choice. This is tough. I think it's Diamond Diadem. I think a defensive play is good here. We have fairly low hit points, so being able to just play 2 block cards and take half damage is pretty solid. I think it's Diamond Diadem. I gotta remember that I have this now. That's the problem. Okay. So this video is an hour and a half long. I think I'm going to call this here. It's way longer than my normal videos. We'll come back and try out Act 3 and see whether I can make it past the Doorkeeper here on Ascension 5 in a second video. So we'll start out next time by deciding our path. We've got 253 gold in this power potion and a fairly nice spread. Oh, you know what? Yeah. I keep forgetting about Art of War. That's going to synergize with Diamond Diadem too. That gives us an extra energy the next turn, assuming we play 2 skills, right? No attacks. I think I've gotten some random energy from somewhere once or twice in this and not understood that it was my own doing. Okay. Yeah, we've got a pretty solid defensive strategy, so I think we can make it through the act. I don't know if I can kill Doorkeeper or Doormaker, but we'll find out next time. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. I'm not sure whether I'm going to be... Like, everybody and their brother are putting up Slay the Spire 2 videos, right? There's a billion of these videos for you to watch. So if you're watching mine, I'll make more. But if nobody's watching this, I'll just play it for fun and I won't make any more videos for this game because there's so much Slay the Spire content. But I don't know. If you're interested in my thought process, if you like this video, throw a comment on there, maybe throw a like on the video, let me know, and I'll put up the third act here, and maybe I'll make some more of this stuff. But other than that, thanks for watching. Hope you guys are great. We'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.